It was 2003. My house had gone from a calm early morning routine with my son and I to all-out chaos. See, I had taken 2 of my nephews into my home, and we were not transitioning well. Every morning was a battle against the clock. One such morning, I came out of my bedroom to see if the boys were getting dressed, and I found my 10-year-old nephew sitting on the bed doing nothing. I asked him, "Why aren't you getting dressed?" He said, "Oh, Auntie, I'm not going to school today. They told me don't come." "Why?" I said. "Where's the paperwork?" He hunched his shoulders and said, "I don't know." I said, "Well, I don't know either." After all of the repetitive detentions and suspensions, I was tired. I knew something had to change. I walked into the school and said, "No paperwork, no suspension." After I left the school without receiving any help, I had a conversation with my mother. My mother had always participated in school and community meetings. I affectionately call my mother Malcolm and my dad Martin because of their different styles. After my rant, my mother asked me one question: "What are you gonna do?" With wide, teary eyes, I responded, "What can I do?" She said, "Fight." After that, I went to every parent meeting. I read every school document on discipline, and I began to fight. With the help of an organization called Kofi, my inner leader and advocate had begun to emerge. Partnered with my fellow Kofi mothers, we collectively said suspensions were not the answer, and we founded PowerPack. We looked all over the country to see what other cities and school districts were doing to help combat harsh school discipline and the growing school-to-prison pipeline. We found a philosophy called restorative justice. We decided to take a trip to Minnesota to see it for ourselves. As I came into the school, I felt a calmness that I had never felt in a school building. One of the 5-year-old kindergartners led me to the circle by saying, "No one sits outside the circle. We are all here together." I was immediately struck by the sincerity and welcoming of the children. This continued all day as we went from the middle school to the high school. I was seeing and feeling something so deep within me. This process, this circle, felt so familiar to me. I was seeing, feeling, and hearing past my ears and eyes. This struck me to the core of my being. I knew this would work in Chicago. I knew because I realized that this is what I grew up being a part of. My paternal grandfather in Sprotts, Alabama, sat us in circle and told us stories and shared our family history. My maternal grandmother on the west side of Chicago would do the same thing. They didn't have the language of restorative justice or peace circles or talking circles. All they had was this is how we lived and connect with each other. That day, when I sat in circle, was the day that it all changed. I knew my life would be spent advocating and training people in the philosophy and practices of restorative justice.